Hey guys, this is Tommy with Geek Tyrant and Card Games on Computers. Konami has been kind enough to send me out the box for each of the 5 classic reprint set, like new re-release of classic sets for the 25th anniversary of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game. Huge thank you to them. This fulfills a huge childhood dream of mine. I remember sitting down, me and my brother, we would look up the different sets and we would dream of saving up the money to buy a box, and we never got around to it. So huge thank you to Konami for helping facilitate a childhood dream of mine. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to open up each one in its own video, because not only am I going to open up the box, but we're going to do something a little special that I'm gonna explain later down after we open up the packs. So without further ado, we're gonna start with Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. The big chase cards for me are the secret rares, Gaia the Dragon Champion and Trihorn Dragon, as well as Exodia the Forbidden One. And honestly, those are the biggest things I'm looking for out of this. So without further ado, let's get hunting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start with the left side. 12 packs, Legend of Blue Eyes. Here we go. Okay guys, we just opened up the left half and I'm already blown away at the 4 holos I got. I got Gaia the Dragon Champion, one of the secret rares, something I was looking at. Red Eyes Black Dragon. It wasn't one that I named, but I love this card. I love the artwork for Red Eyes Black Dragon. I love the design for Red Eyes Black Dragon. So killer. Polymerization. What really blows me away is that I got Polymerization, Gaia the Dragon Champion, and Curse of Dragon. If I get Gaia the Fierce Knight in this other half, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be nuts. So now we got our right side. Let's go. Okay, there were our pulls. Sadly, no Gaia the Fierce Knight, no Trihorn Dragon, and we got the left arm and not the head. But I'll still take it. These are all still very fun. Getting this Dark Hole was very exciting. I was a little bummed by the Celtic Guardian, I'm not gonna lie, because when I recently opened up the re-release of Legendary Collection number 1 and it had Legend of Blue Eyes in there, I opened up the Celtic Guardian. So that was a little bit of a bummer there. Overall though, I mean, I even got the meme. I got good old Pot of Greed. Like, if I were playing in a sealed format, I'd actually be sitting pretty. You know, I got Dark Hole. I got Red Eyes isn't that great. I got Curse of Dragon, though. I got Polymerization. I got Pot of Greed. I got a few copies of Stop Defense, I believe. You know, I got the one trap card in the set, 2-pronged attack. Like, or I guess they're like 2. I didn't get the trap hole. But, you know, like, I got at least one copy of Skull Redbird. If I was in a sealed environment, I'd be sitting pretty, which leads me to a new addition that I'm trying out with these videos. I am going to take each half and try to create a deck using only cards from that half. And as we go through the 5 sets, I will progressively add cards to the deck and swap them out and whatnot. So it's gonna be left versus right, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I will bend rules like allow for polymerization ubiquitously. That's still up in the air. But without further ado, let's see what decks I come up with for each side. Hey guys, so here we have our deck that I made for the left side of Legend of Blue Eyes. This was a fun little experiment. This side definitely has some powerhouses. I mean, for anyone that has seen, you know, any kind of sealed stuff for Legend of Blue Eyes, you know that the main card is Skull Redbird. That is king in this format. It's 1550, level 4, gets over everything, especially when you can use Mountain and follow Wind to boost it even higher. That being said, there were some other cards that I wanted to make sure to incorporate. Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's a 2 tribute, so that's not great with only 2400 attack, but I love me some Red Eyes. I threw it in. I also threw in Curse of Dragon because it's only a 1 tribute and it's a 2k attacker, which also benefits from Mountain, which means that if your opponent is playing the meta and gets Skull Redbird out, they've got to get at least 2 follow Wind on it in order to overcome you, or have some kind of removal. Other than that, I also wanted to incorporate polymerization. I know that this isn't necessarily the most meta pick, but I wanted to do it and to utilize Flower Wolf and Metal Dragon. Metal Dragon's kind of the odd one out because the only thing I have to help it out is Machine Conversion Factory. Meanwhile, Flower Wolf We've got the Forest here to boost it, and we've got not the Vile Germs, the Beast Fangs to help it as well. And it's a special summon, which is, early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Not used very often because it takes a lot of resources, but we do have the option. We've got the Dark World Thorns and the Silver Fang. I just thought it would be fun to do that. We did luck out with Spirit of the Heart for a 2k Defender, which is basically a permanent wall. We've also got one of the few effect monsters, Hane or Hane, however you want to say it, which will bounce back an opponent's monster, help them lose tempo. I did also, for fun, because the pulls weren't that good, I added Red Medicine to help us get back a little bit of life, but I also added Final Flame, Hinotama, and 2 Sparks to do some burn damage. In all honesty, should probably replace the Sparks with some other things, but the pulls weren't great. Fissure is a big thing that we do need to talk about, though. This is one of the few forms of removal, and it helps you regain tempo. It helps you knock out whatever they've got. If they got their Skull Redbird out, Fissure, bam, you're good. Other than that, I just kind of went with things that went with either forest or mountain usually, or were just fairly large, like Uraby. Green Phantom King, 1600 defense. If we get that forest with it, it's an 1800 defense, so pretty formidable. Not as big as Spirit of the Harp, but not bad. So there you have the left side. Now let's go ahead. We're going to open up the right side. This definitely suffers from a lot of things. Our heavy hitter is Skull Redbird. We don't have any tribute monsters for this side, which is pretty bad. The only removal that we have is 2-pronged attack or Dark Hole, which are, Dark Hole is amazing. 2-pronged attack is kind of iffy, but it is removal. This side did get Pot of Greed though, which is nice. I also felt like on the right side, it was a bit easier to create a more cohesive theme. I really leaned into the Yami and Dark Energy to power up Fiends. We got our 2 Witty Phantoms, 2 Terror the Terrible. We've got Trial of Nightmare. We've got Dark King of the Abyss. So I really tried to go more for the Fiend route. We do still have that Mountain and Follow Wind to help our Skull Redbird as we see fit. Stop defense can help a little bit when you're on the offensive. And we, of course, included some burn with Hinotama and Final Flame. And this side got Goblin Secret Remedy, which is slightly better than Red Medicine. Still not a great card, though. So, as you can, go ahead and vote in the comments below which side you think would win if they were to face each other. My personal guess would be that the left side would win just because it has more of the powerhouse cards. The powerhouse monsters. It's got the Curse of Dragon, it's got the Red Eyes, it's got the Fissure, it's got the Hane. I think it just has a leg up. The right side did get Giant Soldier of Stone, which is better than Spirit of the Harp because it's got more attack points, but chances are it's just going to be a big booty. So those are the two sides. I went ahead and I made a third, and this is if I was playing in just a sealed format. I got all 24 packs. What would I build? And this is what I got. Once again, I included Red Eyes Black Dragon and Curse of Dragon. Yes, they're tribute monsters. Curse of Dragon, I think, is very fair to incorporate. Red Eyes, I think, is a bit more sus because it is a 2 tribute for 2400. But I still love it. I'm still going to throw it in. We got Dark Hole for removal, Hane to help our opponent lose tempo. We got the 2 Skull Redbirds. We got 2 Green Phantom Kings. We got the Giant Soldier of Stone and Spirit of the Harp to help us out. Because I still wanted to run Polymerization in our 2 key fusion monsters. I know, I'm still bummed that I didn't get Gaia the Fierce Knight to include that one in here. But because of that, I included 2 copies of Dark World Thorns, 2 copies of Silver Fang, 2 copies of Lesser Dragon, and then we only pulled 1 copy of Steel Grotto #1, and I'm okay with that because it's not a good card. I mean, it's 1 tribute for a 1400 attack, 1800 defense. Curse of Dragon is way better as a 1 tribute, but I wanted it in here for that poly. So, but we do also have that Pot of Greed. We've got Fissure. We've got 3 Follow Wind to help out our Skull Redbird. They can also be equipped to our Tyhone, which also benefits from Mountain. And so this is kind of like a backup plan. Forest, of course, is to help our beasts and plants, as we've discussed before. We've got some burn with Hinotama, Final Flame, Beast Fangs to help out our Flower Wolf, as well as our Silver Fang as a last-ditch effort. Vile Germs to help out our plants, Green Phantom King, Dark World Thorns, and yeah, that's kind of where we ended up. Let me know what you think of this deck based on the polls. I think overall, pretty good, in all honesty, for this kind of sealed environment. So let me know what you think, and look forward to seeing the video for Metal Raiders coming out here shortly, where I will be doing a similar deck building process after opening up all 24 packs. Until next time, I end my turn.